look at him. Look at him, Sister Ray. Look.
So I went to a singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like, I'm gonna go now.
They're all gone.
This is me putting Mia Khalifa behind me, and this is me like trying to be a real human. Did not work. Everyone in the office recognized me. It was a very uncomfortable work environment, not because anyone was overtly inappropriate. It was just simply being in an office, knowing anyone who walked through did a double take and is like, are you? So that was uncomfortable.
Help me figure this out. I think I'm pretty cute, but nobody ever hits on me. And I go out. I go to places by myself. I'm not expecting anybody to pay my bills or pay for my dinner, but nobody ever hits on me. Look, I'm alright. Why? And don't be like, oh, don't say I'm intimidating. It's because they're intimidated, right? So no. So there just aren't any confident men. And when men do come up, I do say, hey, I know how hard it is for you guys to approach women, so I appreciate it. I don't know. What do you think? What do I do?
No more dates, no more rings, no more men. At least not where they're looking. For the past 5 years, the argument for feminist success has really ramped up when these chicks go on podcasts and whatever other platform will have them. They'll sit in the hot seat for an interview or turn on TikTok if nobody listened and try to make a case for why women are doing just fine. I keep getting catcalled. It's easy to find a man, just focus on the paycheck. Don't accept the date under $300, someone will come out to play. The ring better cost more than my overpriced Lexus or this ain't happening. I don't know if anyone is noticing this firsthand or if I'm just catching the pattern after watching all of this stuff, but the women making these claims are starting to change their tune. And it's not because their dreams came true with somebody snatching them up. Nope, it's usually the same chicks that shared the initial message, but now most of the demands have simply morphed into complaints. Where have all the men gone? You can't find anyone on the dating apps. How am I supposed to pay the bills? Well, ladies, here's the truth. With not much concentrated insanity, men only have to click their mouse 3 times or open their feed to see the facts. And the fact for today, tomorrow, and undoubtedly forever is that the past matters. Before we go on with the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Solving Politics, who shared, "Why do men date younger women? Their stories are shorter." Now that's a new one I haven't heard. Thank you for dropping that comment. So please, don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always, guys, I'm going to pick one comment from each video. Could be the funniest, the most liked, or just one that stuck out to me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our very next winner. So be sure to hit the like and sub button too, as that helps out a ton.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever
Fuck me, you can't cook!
The majority of you actually believe that women should wait to get married. They shouldn't get married in their 20s.
Sorry.
I want you all to tell me specifically why you raise your hand that women should wait to get married.
You need to set your professional life before. You cannot depend on a man.
Set professional life. Okay, what about you?
I agree with what Monet said as far as you need to self-discover first. I feel like a lot of people get into a relationship with somebody and they don't know who they are, and that causes a lot of rift within the relationship because this person is trying to figure out themselves and this person is trying to figure out themselves. If you're 21 and you don't even know what you want to do in your career, how could you really establish a relationship, a real true loving relationship with anybody if you truly don't know how to love yourself the same way you're trying to love somebody else?
So you need self-discovery and career discovery.
Right.
Okay.
This self-discovery is a huge part of the problem. When modern women say things like this, claiming they have to take the time to discover themselves before dating or marriage, all this means is that they aren't through with the ride, and that eventually they'll be magically cleansed and ready for a bond when they've already hit the wall. For many of them, they expect men to assume that this pilgrimage that takes place before a wedding is purely innocent. They're just priming themselves to be the best woman they can be. But, as you just witnessed, this journey that they fluff up to be meaningful doesn't involve cooking classes, workout regimens, or weekends at church. It's ordering expensive takeout, body positivity, and nights out at the club. By the time they think they're ready to settle down, that odometer is shot. Chad and Tyrone may take it for a spin in the demolition derby every now and then, but the idea that any man who has worked hard for this bread and credibility deciding to get hitched or pay for a meal is laughable at best. And why? Because habits matter. Biologically, that goes double for women. A lot of chicks out there will call it a phase, implying that this behavior is a rite of passage. They try to argue that this behavior will stop when something, quote, worthwhile comes along. But ladies, you spent it all up. Not only that, but you're now hardwired for one thing and one thing only. Of course, that doesn't keep you from pointing the finger.
I always question a man who says, oh, I have a crazy ex, or, oh, yo, she's just crazy. No, sweetie, my question is, what did you do to make her crazy?
Women.
There's been this ongoing joke that women fall out over anything with their friends, but men have friendships that last a lifetime, so it seems like men make better friends than women. But that can't be any further from the truth, and here is why. The reason why male friendships seem to last a lifetime is because they lack depth.
Most men do not prioritize intimacy and emotional connection the way women do in our female friendships. A lot of men have surface-level friendships with their friends. They only bond over sports, music, or shared interests like going to the club. This man just admitted on camera that he doesn't even know most of his friends' birthdays.
Ah, yes. When in doubt, question the value of masculinity. Men don't hold on to friendships because they're shallow. They hold on to them because the founding principles of the relationship aren't left to interpretation. This chick is what I like to call a headline reader, looking at the title of an opinion column only to improvise in the worst possible way. Lady, I know I'm not the first one to tell you this. However, female friendships fall apart quickly because your motives are inherently selfish, and you do feel like principles are just bendable rules. The funny part is that this isn't some kind of new development either. For most of recorded history, women have always been selfish. It's why they weren't put in positions of power or given the ability to cancel relationships on a whim, let alone have a platform to preach about lifestyle choices. In contrast, when men say they value loyalty, they mean loyalty. When men say they expect you to be there in times of hardship, they mean just that. We apply these expectations to both the men and women in our lives, but more often than not, only the former holds up their end of the bargain. And this, also, in many ways, is why women are incapable of seeing the past clearly, and why their friendships and relationships are often weaker than a piece of Wayfair furniture. They might have been a complete nightmare during a date or a full-blown marriage, and yet, with the fear of accountability always there, they pretend like they had no part in the failure. It's a huge blind spot, one that we do not tolerate.
You guys are like, oh, you just hate men, you just hate men. I don't. I actually have like a lot of great men in my life. Men do really nice things for me. I believe in gender roles. When the check comes, I'm looking the other way. You're paying that shit. I don't give a fuck. I love men.
You're out of your mind.
When it comes to dating, let alone the prospect of lifelong unions, the past matters for a number of reasons, not just body count. Back in the day, women were taught to be just that, women. They knew how to be what men wanted. Homemakers, a reliable part of a family life that could do everything a man couldn't when they were out working for the day. Now, this crazy hamburger helper nightmare, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, might as well be a metaphor for what modern women have become. A nonsensical amalgam of things, or, in this case, traits that don't form into anything desirable. In other words, most of these women spend their entire lives trying to figure out what they're supposed to be, instead of following an incredibly simple list that would make every one of them suitable girlfriends or wives. They refuse to believe that the old system worked and that women, with respect and subservience, more often than not got everything they needed, and then some. It's why these podcasters can ask LonelyFans stars if they would rather have a long, successful career in office or a stable home life with a husband bringing home the bread, only to unanimously agree that they would prefer the latter. And this isn't the only past-related issue that women have gotten all wrong.
Fellas, I got a question, and I'm gonna need y'all to meet me down in the comments down below. And before y'all go there, yes, I'm serious. If a woman is married, or even in a relationship for that matter, if a woman is in a relationship, right, is it okay for her to A, have a male best friend, as well as B, go out to dinner with her male best friend? Simple. Let me know down in the comments, y'all.
Oh, come on. Do you think it's a red flag that you're single at 30?
No, not at all.
So why'd your last relationship end?
I cheated.
You cheated on him?
Yes.
And that's why you're single?
Yes.
Why'd you cheat on him?
I was still in love with my ex.
So he was a rebound?
100%.
Well, how long were you with the rebound?
Him for a while.
So you were messing around with the rebound while you were with your ex? Yeah. So you cheated on both of them?
Yes. Crazy, right? But hey, we changed.
Yeah. Are you sorry for cheating?
100%. I've forgiven myself and them.
Literally just openly admitted to cheating on both her exes. That is absolutely insane, guys. But she owned up to it. We gotta give her that, you know? We gotta give her that. Maybe it was because she wasn't ready for a relationship. Who knows? Whatever the case is, don't cheat, guys. It's not good. We're gonna...
Okay, we've all heard these statements before. I've forgiven myself and those involved. It wasn't enough for me. None of that matters anymore. I've changed. Not only are these full of hot air, but these are buzzwords and phrases that every one of these chicks use to avoid accountability. Again, as I said at the start here, women have become professionals at ignoring what they did for years before desiring the chance to settle down. At this point, it might as well be an Olympic sport for them right after the pole vault. The lady in this clip who cheated on 2 guys at once, and almost every other woman that's part of this dissolving tribe, always has the same things to say about their past behavior. And why? Because they plugged into the hive mind and heard what every other woman in their position has said for the last 100 years. And this is where things get worse for women, more than they already are. See, accepting the modern woman of the West doesn't just mean accepting her history. It means that you'd have to be dumb enough to accept the history of generations of women saying the same tired phrases before her. It means that one might think that they're out of the woods when they pick up a woman with a lighter past, which is rare as hell, but then they still have to battle the legacy that all women around her have left behind. But honestly, that's not what most men would even have the opportunity of choosing, considering most women are less like that hypothetical chick and more like this.
I don't have anything wrong. I'm my own person, I have my own life, and I do what I do, and I'm making money. You're not paying my bills, you're not paying my rent.
You do, but you also have 2 little sisters that look up to you.
Okay,
and as a parent, it makes it very hard for me to be proud and brag about what my kid's doing for a living.
Well, you don't have to tell them anything. Just tell them how much I'm making a month, and that should be enough for them.
Not when it's at the cost it's at. It's hurting your relationship. It'll always hurt your relationship. It'll always follow you.
No, I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm a grown adult, and it's my body, my choice.
Oh, see, now, that's where it gets confusing.
I got rejected for the first time in my life. You guys know how I was looking for a man to spoil? Rotten. I found one. And guess what happened? Guess what I did, first of all? I think I told you guys. This woman doesn't exist. This is a fairy tale. I'm right here. And I gave him my side of the bed, so whenever he woke up in the morning, he had the better view. I gave him hours of massages. I bought a rain machine for my apartment so he could sleep better. I was always on top! Not once did he do it for mine. I always tried to pick up the bill. I washed his back, literally. I put moisturizer on his face. I always big spooned. I bought him headphones when his over-ears were broken. I was trying to order him ice cream because his blood sugar got low, and I was asking him what flavor he wanted. He said, how about you stop waiting on me hand and foot? All of that just for him to say he doesn't think we're compatible.
Most men will agree that they will never be this lucky to have a woman like this. That guy fumbled hard, but I'm truly wondering why. Let me know, guys, if you have any theories.
Okay, a few things to clear up with this one. Disregarding all the big spoon craziness, don't know what that's all about. One look at the comments and you can see that this chick is, in fact, not a magical fairy tale wife. She's a lonely fans girl, and apparently one that has been a part of the hustle for a long time. Beyond the fact that men don't want to be provided for, this is a great example of how far gone women in the West have become, especially when it comes to how they view the timeline leading up to the latest ride on the carousel. There is no real man on this planet who would seriously be okay with being wined and dined by a woman like this. Not only that, but knowing that every cent came from performing countless acts on the internet, which your kids would later see, is not what any of us would call a solid foundation for a long-term relationship. Outside of single motherhood, I couldn't think of a greater man repellent if I tried. Perhaps the craziest part of all of this is that occasionally simps do endorse these histories, believing that it'll be like that movie, The Girl Next Door, or whatever. I'm not going to look it up to verify, where a guy witnesses his corn star girlfriend magically transform into a loyal arm candy. But this always ends the same way, with a chick on the internet trying to explain her value after not being able to shake the past, sounding a lot like, well, this.
When few words do trick.
I dated a professional athlete, great at what he does. There's not a lot of room for emotion to be involved. It's either true or it's not true, or you're gonna get your neck broken. He could date whoever he wanted or sleep with whoever he wanted. And we were like arguing about something, and I was like, well, why would you date me? If like, I'm the person you date if you want like a challenge. And he just went, why would any man want a challenge in their relationship? In that moment was like, oh my God, I thought it was hot to you. I thought it was like what guys wanted. I thought it was like feisty. Like, I apologize.
Well, especially if you're dating somebody that is high performing in any realm, has goals. If you're working that hard in the office, you really want to come home and be like, right, there's that to-do list done. I wonder what fires I need to fight when I step through the front door as well.
All right, first off, every word that comes out of Whitney's mouth is always hot garbage. Second, this is a perfect way to bring the point home. The past that women run from isn't just their own. It's a legacy of infidelity, pole hopping, and general depravity that is the result of 250 years of conditioning. Like she just said, I thought that's what men wanted. The reason for this isn't just because, well, Cummings being dumb as a doorknob, it's because she's basing her behaviors off the past of other women, allowing her role to be compounding all of this illogical crap into a more exaggerated version of anything preceded it. This is why you can't, and we won't, ignore the past. And like I said at the start, why there are no more dates and no more rings for any women that joins this network of unsavory people. The cost is just too great, and even when they confront the truth, they refuse to believe it.
Girl, hurry up! Oh my God! Wait, what?
Sorry,
What happened?
5 minutes too late.
How? Where? But it's right there. The clothes is right there.
I don't understand, but
Bro, because you wanted to be hanging out with these drunk men like
Me? It was you. You the one getting drunk with them and talking with them. We could have been here this whole time. What are we supposed to do? My passport is up there. But my passport, what am I supposed to do? My passport, my ID, everything's up there. Why can't we just go if it's literally right there?
paid like $1,500 for this. We can't go.
Yes, but you came late. Since you came late, I can't let you in. I'm sorry.
Are you serious right now? Like, so now we're just stranded in the Bahamas with nothing. Bro, it's your fault. I don't understand. It's your fault being crazy. Why are we getting drunk? Why are we getting drunk when we knew we were supposed to be up there?
God, I love it when a clip serves as a beautiful metaphor for the fate of modern women. Ladies, this ship is leaving without you, and the party's over. Men, you know the deal. The past is the past for men. But as you've seen today, the same can't be said for the other side of the aisle. Embrace freedom. This is the way. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.